What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be going over the best 2 guards in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM, and we are going to be obviously doing a top 10 list. There are a lot of really good players that did not make this list, because I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 that are streets ahead of the rest, and then there's like a lot of them that are bunched in together. The likes of, say, obviously in my opinion Devin Booker's not even close, but some people might have him top 10. A lot of people would have Ray Allen top 10. A lot of people would have Michael Jordan top 10. For me, I just think there's something a little bit off with Michael Jordan. I don't think he's quite top 10 level. And then other honorable mentions that some people might have in there are... the jury is out on Jeff Malone, because some days, like when I've used him, I've liked him. When I've come against him, he's terrible. And that always means something. When nobody that you ever see with him does well with him, it's normally a sign. As well as that, I've obviously have not used him a lot recently, since not a lot of people are using him in their squad. So maybe my opinion on him is down a little bit. Other guys again that are in the debate would be Drazen Petrovic. For certain players, Marquez Johnson, next gen, Brandon Roy, Oladipo's pretty good, Westfall's pretty good. Bingo's really good, but yeah, none of them have made the list. Also, lads, this is only my opinion, and it is only going to be primary 2 guards. So before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe channel. 222k subscribers by the end of the year. Right now we are a couple of 100 off, so it's looking like we're just about going to be able to do it. Things keep going the way they are, we'll be very, very close, but it's looking iffy. So at number 10, we got Amethyst Donovan Mitchell. People keep complaining that I keep forgetting him on my list, and I do. I don't know why he's a forgettable card for me. It's not that he's bad, he's just been forgettable. But he's really good. He's really good. Like 94 speed, half quick first step, 90 driving dunk. The guy can get range, comes with bronze clamps. He's only 6'1", which is his only problem, but he has a 6'10 wingspan. Pro 6 behind the back, which is really, really good on current gen. Base 4 is really good on current gen. Pro 8 cross is great on both gens. Like his 6, literally like Pro 8, Pro 6. Once they patch speed glitching, they are going to be some of the most elite 6 in the game, as well as base 4 being fantastic. So yeah, Donovan Mitchell, a fantastic card, and I do honestly believe that he earned, or he deserves his spot in the top 10 2 guards list. At number 9, we got Sam Jones. Sam Jones, he's a player that some people really, really like and others don't particularly like. So the thing with Sam Jones, like, his release is good, base 22, dribble 6 aren't great, but he's objectively a good player. Goal clamps, half quick first step, which is huge, an 80 driving dunk. He's got only silver range, but that's still fine with half catch and shoot. Now basically every badge you need at least gold, except for range, obviously. And he doesn't have handles for days, which doesn't matter because he's not a primary ball handler. Defense really, really nice. Catch and shoot, as a catch and shoot player, really good. He's overall a really, really nice card. He does basically everything you need out of a 2 guard if you don't need them to attack the basket, obviously. If you just want a cone, he does everything perfect for you. In my opinion, he's just a much, much better version of a Ray Allen or a Drazen Petrovic. Number 8, we got Jason Richardson. I mean, you can definitely argue him higher. You can argue him higher. Dribble 6, his jumper's okay. Dribble 6, very, very similar to, to Sam Jones, but he is obviously 2 inches taller. Doesn't come with clamps, but can get clamps. Can get a lot of defensive badges. Comes with half quick first step. He's 6'6", 98 driving dunk, good enough speed up ball. Great speed and acceleration. And he's got gold range extended with half catch and shoot. So J Rich, he can create, obviously, because speed glitching is the thing. It's a weird one. I struggle to do much with him on current gen anytime I've used him, but I can go by people quite easily with him on next gen. But the release is very not great on next gen. It's the same with Eddie Jones. I think Eddie Jones is way better. You can't even compare. You cannot even compare Jason Richardson and Eddie Jones. But Jay Rich, in my opinion, is like a slightly better offensive Eddie Jones. Much worse defensively. However, there is one thing One thing that separates this guy, and if you want to put him way higher, for this reason, I'm not going to argue. If you are someone who lives off fast breaks, if you are somebody that runs baits, runs the break really, really well, and gets a bunch of dunks, the Hall of Fame Showtime badge is super OP. It is super OP. So if you know what you're doing and you want to put J Rich way higher, I'm not going to complain. Then at number 7, I got Monte Adams, another Showtime Hall of Fame player. He's got an 88 3 ball, 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 95 speed of ball, 88 lateral quickness, which is really good. Bronze, but upgradable clamps. Silver, and upgradable range. Gold quick first step. When he first came out, man, Steph Curry released really good. Pro 1 behind the back really good. And Pro 1 escape really good on next gen. But when he first came out, we all thought he was going to be better than like a Stockton. And he was going to be better than Darren Williams. I'm going to say this right now. I don't like him on current gen, but I think he's way better than both of them on next gen. I think out of those three, the best of them on next gen is Monte Adams. However, Monte Adams is also the worst of them on current gen. But he's still good. He's objectively good. He's an objectively good player in this game. And for that reason, I don't see how he's not going to make this list. Yeah, he's a primary point guard, but he's like a much better version of Donovan Mitchell. Monte Adams is still a really, really good card. Yeah, he's not as good as we initially thought he was, still really good. Then at number 6, we got Walter Davis. Walter Davis, 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 6'6", long wingspan. He's got half Showtime as well, which is big. Hot start, Hall of Fame, hardest shooter, volume shooter. He's got flexible release gold. Doesn't come with range extender, but he can get range. Comes with half quick first step. He comes with gold clamps as well. 82 3 ball is not great, I will admit. Not great, but it's more than usable. Again, coach, floor general, shoe, that's above 90. He's also got 95 driving dunk, 89 lateral quickness, which is really, really good. And yeah, just a great, great card. Obviously, he's a TMac clone. Like literally, TMac release, TMac SGs. Or actually, is he a TMac or is he a DeMar DeRozan clone? He's one or the other. They're TMac and DeMar DeRozan are basically the same card anyway. But overall, SGs really nice. 6'6" though. So his height's alright actually, to be fair. It's not undersized, but in my opinion, just for the height reason, I have TMac slightly ahead of him. Obviously, I'm pretty sure the exact same SGs. Tracy McGrady has half Showtime as well. TMac has gold range extender. Problem is TMac doesn't get flexible, which is not the greatest thing ever. However, if you're greening, it doesn't matter. He only gets silver quick first step and he gets no clamps. However, TMac has got the extra height. Offensively, I give the nod to TMac, and TMac is way better on next gen. Like, it's a weird one. He shouldn't be that much better. Like, he should be better, but not that much better. Like, obviously, 90 driving dunk is that a little bit better than Walter Davis? No, it's actually 5 less. Speed is fairly similar. Lateral quickness, he's worse. 3 ball, he's a +8, which is quite a bit better. And he gets range, but I don't know. I've used a badge at Davis, I've used TMac, and I just found TMac better. If you want to argue Davis over TMac, again, I have absolutely no problem with that, but I do feel they're very similar cards. And in my opinion, TMac should just play better. Although, even in terms of value, I think Davis is cheaper as well, so maybe go for Davis over TMac. Then, we are on to number 4 on this list. Number 4. I initially had this guy behind TMac, but as cards are getting better, this guy is now overtaking TMac. It's Jaylen Brown. So when I initially made all my top 10 lists, the reason why I would have had Jaylen Brown a bit lower was that there weren't many absolute god tier offensive wings that will destroy somebody without clamps. As well as that, there weren't that many quick first step power forwards. So it's getting harder to hide TMac, and you could make the argument that in a month's time, that TMac card won't even be a top 10 2 guard, depending on other cards that are released and how much he can be exposed for his lack of clamps and just lack of another few key badges. However, Jaylen Brown, badged up, he stands the test of time because he's got half Showtime, he's got Pick Dodger, Pogo, Hardest Defender, Trapper, he's got clamps, you can give him quick first step, you can give him range, he's got an unbelievable release, good 3 ball, good speed, decent ball handle, Giannis behind the back, really, really good release, base 75, while it's not on quick, like Brandon Ingram, it's still a really, really good release. You've seen it on Siakam as well. It's one of those really high green window releases. Like, people loved it in NBA 2K20. People still love it in this game. And yeah, 4 hot zones outside the 3 as well. Jaylen Brown is definitely one of those cards that we kind of underappreciated when he first came out. But he's a beast, man. He is an absolute beast. There is no other way to describe it. Like, he is one of the top wings in this game. And a great card to get for limited. Like, people were arguing that it was better off getting a Hall of Fame badge. Nah. Jaylen's better than the Hall of Fame badge, straight up. Then we got top 3. This is a close one, in my opinion, between all of these top 3. We've got Eddie Jones, though. Eddie Jones is going in at number 3. He's just basically Jason Richardson with a way better defense. He's a half quick first step, goal clamps, goal pick dodger, half interceptor, which is huge. Half catch and shoot, half tireless shooter, gold range extender. He's got 93 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, 90 speed, 90 acceleration. He has got 94 lateral quickness as well, 96 steal. He's got an on-ball steal tendency of 91, which is crazy good. Base 31, which is the same as Jay Rich. And dribble sigs. Actually, I don't know why I thought he had pro dribble sigs. Obviously, normal dribble sigs, not the greatest, but yeah. Eddie Jones, one of the best defensive wings in the game, who can also take over on offense. He is unbelievable, lads. He is absolutely incredible. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan. In my opinion, give me him over Jay Rich any day. And even badged up, and it's not even close. Again, maybe because he only has gold showtime instead of half showtime. Still, I'm taking this card any day over DJ Rich. I'm taking him over TMac. I'm taking him over Monte Adams. He is, in my opinion, the third best 2 guard in the game. And he's close to being top 1. Honestly, they're very close. And number 2 and 1, it all depends on what you need. So number 2, I'm going Dwayne Wade. They gave Dwayne Wade dunk packages, thankfully. They actually gave him some proper dunks. He's got, obviously, Wade base. It's not the same as last year. I'm sorry. Wade base on normal. It's good. It's really good. It is not the same as last year. Base or Pro 3 behind the back is pretty nice as well. His dunking's really good. Defense is really nice. Half clamps. But, like, I like half clamps. I really do. Half clamps and a 6'4" player. It's still pretty decent, but people are saying, like, he's this defensive demigod. He's really not. He's a very solid defensive player. He's a very good defensive player. But, like, you can't compare him to a PG. Can't really compare him. You can't really compare him to a Cam just because of length. But overall, he's good. He's really good. 95 driving dunk. Good 3 ball. He's got 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 96 speed ball, 86 ball handle. Obviously a whole bunch of hops, like 15 hops, which is so much at this stage of the game. Is he as good as a Steph Curry, in my opinion? No. Is he better than D-Rose? And that's where the real question is. Is he better than Derrick Rose? I'm going to say yes. He's better than Derrick Rose, but he's not better than Steph Curry. If we were to put like a market value on this guy, it's about 400k maybe? 400k? Which is still an awful lot, but it's not like Steph Curry or Blake, which are still the 2 best cards in the game, in my opinion. But D-Wade, definitely a really good card for getting to level 40, but definitely the worst of the level 40 awards. And then number 1, and this is a really close one. If you want to put D-Wade number 1, I'm not going to argue, but I got J.R. Smith. I just think he's better. I genuinely just think he's better. Half range extender, half flexible release, gold clamps, gold interceptor, gold tireless defender. He's also got 92 lateral, 96 driving, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 96 3 ball, 86 field ball, which is not ideal, to be honest. But he's got a Pro 3 behind the back, base 49, really good release, range extender. Man, he's just... Some people don't like this card, and that's fine. But for me, he's just next level. Like, he is a step above the rest of them. If you're asking me who I'm running at 2 guard, if I could pick anyone in the game, it's JR 10 times out. Actually, It's either JR or Cam. I really like Cam Reddish's release. It's either JR or Cam. 10 times out of 10. Defensively, he's not at the level of Eddie Jones and Wade. I think Eddie Jones is the best defensive player of these three, but also the worst offensive. I think JR is by far the best offensive and the worst defensive. I think Dwayne Wade is number 2 in both offense and defense. But, man, twice the offense, half the defense. Give me J.R. Smith over any of them. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. Number 10, Donovan Mitchell. Number 9, Sam Jones. Number 8, Jay Rich. Number 7, Monte Adams. Number 6, Walter Davis. Number 5, TMac. Number 4, Jaylen Brown. Number 3, Eddie Jones. Number 2, Dwayne Wade. And number 1, J.R. Smith. Obviously, there are a lot of changes you can make. Honestly, you can change any of these top 3 around. Or mainly Wade or J.R. I don't think you can really argue Eddie Jones. I honestly think you can flip Walter Davis and T-Mac if you want. And if you want to argue Jay Rich a few spots higher, you can. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. These are my top 2 guards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.